What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Max Torres with Scoop Duck. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button. It's actually been a little bit since I posted a video on the channel, so apologies for the delay. I was getting a new laptop set up and my old one was causing me all sorts of issues, especially when I was video editing, driving me crazy. But we got the new laptop set up, so I'm excited. We're back in the studio, back in the lab, and I'm looking forward to bringing some awesome new content. In today's video, I want to talk about one of the newest Oregon commits in the 2021 class. That is three-star outside linebacker Jabril McNeil from Raleigh, North Carolina. Don't let the three-star ranking fool you. He's rated .8733 on the 247 Sports Composite, but the dude had some pretty big offers. Some notable ones are North Carolina State, Louisville, Kentucky, Virginia Tech, bringing his total up to 18 total offers. He was the number 33 outside linebacker and the number 31 player in the state of North Carolina. North Carolina is a state that has brought Oregon some ballers in these past couple cycles. Most recently, we have Jalen Smith, who's been making some noise in fall camp here. He's actually been doing a little bit of work with the offensive line as well, even though he came in as a defensive lineman. So North Carolina definitely is a very talent-rich state, and I think McNeil is going to be phenomenal when he gets here to Eugene. What makes McNeil such a big get for the Ducks? I mean, a couple things that just stand out right off the bat are his athleticism, his motor, and his pursuit of the ball carrier. At 6'4", 225, he really moves well, and athleticism is something that is really valuable in any scheme, but particularly in Andy Avalos' defense. You look at guys like Mace Funa and Kayvon Thibodeau, just crazy athletic guys that really just allow Avalos in this Oregon defense to be a lot more multiple, mix up looks, confuse offenses, and I think McNeil is going to be a guy that we could maybe see play the stud position, a position that has really garnered a lot of attention in the past couple years here as Oregon's defense has risen to national prominence. So that's enough about McNeil. Kind of got the lowdown there, rundown of what he's like as a recruit. I was actually able to score an interview with him on Zoom to learn about why Oregon was the call, what his recruitment was like, and kind of what he's been up to with the virus having so many sports on hold, if he's going to be enrolling early, all that and a whole bunch more. So let's hop into that interview and I'll see you guys after. All right, I want to welcome in now our next commit on the Scoop Duck YouTube channel, and four-star Oregon commit Jabril McNeil coming at us from North Carolina. Jabril, man, how you doing? Thanks for being here.
Good. Glad to be on that show, and thanks for having me.
No problem, man. Well, hey, I talked to you back in June, but things have changed a little bit. Most notably in that you committed to Oregon. So I want to start with that one right off the bat. Why was it the Ducks? Why did you choose to commit to Oregon?
Since day one, since they offered me, it just felt like it was the right place for me. The coaches were good people, all the recruits in my class, good people, all the players that's already there, good people. So it was really a no-brainer for me.
Yeah, so it's a no-brainer. I know relationships are a big part in recruiting. Talk to me about some of the relationships that you've been able to form, and some of the coaches that you're closest with.
I formed a relationship with basically all the people I've talked to, the coaches, every one of them. We used to get on a big Zoom meeting. I had the whole coaching staff on there talking to me. We'd just be laughing, chopping it up. And everyone there, just good people, just nothing but positivity in the air, and that's why I need to be around.
Yeah, being around that kind of environment is really big when you're making a decision, especially to go across the country to pursue your football career. And I want to talk about that. You're a North Carolina kid all the way across the country. How did Oregon kind of get on your radar?
That was a dream school growing up. I used to watch DeAnthony Thomas mixtapes like every day before the game, and it was. I had to think about it for a second. I'm going across the country, but that's really not gonna be a problem because I'm gonna do what I gotta do at Oregon, and Oregon has all the pieces I need to get to the next level.
Yeah, so you got a lot of tools to succeed here, and I know that you had a lot of different options when it came to your recruitment. If you could, just talk to me a little about, break down your recruitment. Oregon offered in March, and you had a bunch of other schools involved. What kind of put them over the top for you?
Uh, Really, them every school they treated me good. I ain't saying no one treated me bad, but they really treated me like family, like I was their son or their brother from like the get go. So it really like clicked for me right then.
All right, yeah, having those solid relationships, that's something I hear about all these guys that I talk to, other guys in the class, they all tell me, Coach Cristobal is an awesome guy, and he, treats all of his players well. Um, you mentioned earlier how, you've been in the Zooms with the staff, and, kind of building those relationships with that, learning about the school. When it came to telling the coaches, how did that go? How did you share a decision with them? I know you were on CBS Sports to really announce, but I'm assuming they knew before.
Yeah, they knew a while before, to be honest. The CBS that was nice now, but like they knew I committed in September. They probably knew in like I think July, something like that around that time. So I've been had Oregon on top of my list.
Oh wow, yeah. So you mentioned right there that you committed in July in actuality, but you didn't announce it until September. Why did you decide to make that call in July and then kind of hold off on the announcement until September?
I just wanted to wait to see what all this Corona was gonna happen, like what was gonna happen with all this, because it's still been wild. I'm gonna stay my high school senior year, and we're gonna play in February, and it still might not happen. So I've really been waiting on that. And then we flew out there. We just rode around Eugene. We rode around Portland. We rode around all of Oregon, and it was just a beautiful place. And once we did that, then we knew for a fact.
Okay, yeah. So you got to come out here, kind of an unofficial visit with your family. It sounds like, um, coming all the way out here from North Carolina. I imagine it's pretty different from home. How do you think the two cities kind of compare? What's different? What do you like about Eugene?
It was really similar in my eyes. And my parents and my sister, I brought my sister and my mom, my dad, here, and it was like extremely similar. But it was like a newer. I can't really explain it. It was just Raleigh and Eugene and Portland are all like very similar when you look at them. Like if someone from Eugene flew to Raleigh and didn't know it, like I don't know, someone came over here, they would not know that they was in Raleigh. They would think they're in Eugene.
Wow, that's super cool. I've never really heard Eugene, compared to some of these other places, let alone somewhere all the way on the East Coast. But that's really cool. You came out here with your family. I just want to touch on that real quick. So you offered in March. We've been in this dead period for recruiting and what feels like forever now. So I don't believe, other than your unofficial visit when you came with your family, you're really able to come out here, really soak up all that culture. What was it like for you to experience the most important part of your recruiting, virtually? That's something that a lot of people can't say.
It was different. It was weird, kind of, because like, I'm used to because of my brother. I went with recruit visits with my brother, and we being in person, actually seeing it and like being there. But it was like way different. And, like it was it was just weird doing it online, and it really annoyed me because this is my senior year. I only get one senior year, so
Yeah, that's not the ideal situation, but we have all this technology at our fingertips, so at least we can kind of make the best of it with that. You mentioned how your brother's at North Carolina State, I believe. Now that you got to see him go through the process, and then now that you're this big time national recruit, what kind of lessons were you able to learn from going on those visits with him and seeing him go through the process?
uh, it really watching him to go through the process really taught me like I I already know I had to work. Like, that's already a given, but now I truly know that's all I have to do because that's all he has to do. He's just been grinding every single day, day in day out, just grinding every single day, all day, and it's really starting to pay off for him. And I see that once I get to Oregon, so I'm gonna breathe, sweat. I'm gonna do everything around schedule my whole day. It just we actually have someone that's your blood, like my brother. He's my blood. I talk to him every single day, and he tells me stuff that happens. And it's just a I can't think of the word. It's just like a cheat code almost. Because now I'm a really be grinding now.
Yeah, you got that grinding mentality, and you're not even here yet, but seems like you're already, shooting for some pretty big goals. Um, now that you're committed, we're kind of transitioning into the season. Oregon's in fall camp here in Eugene. There's a lot of expectations for this defense under Andy Avalos. He brings in these just freak athletes, and I feel like when I look at you as a player, I hear everything people are saying about you. That they always come back to the athleticism. So talk a little bit about how you kind of see yourself fitting into this Oregon scheme and maybe some of your strengths on the football field.
I can see myself fitting there. They're going to use me at outside backer, and I see because I can move for my size, and like I'm fast, and I got some height to me, and I got the strength. Like in my eyes, I'm definitely nowhere near perfect. There's no such thing as perfect, but I'm a grind to try and get the perfect. And like the way I can fit in is gonna be a force to be reckoned with. So when they watch a film, my job when I'm working out is to when the team watches film on us, they have to game plan for me. So I just want to be a big force. No one can stop me on the pass. No one can on the run. My whole side is locked down because of me being on the end. Yeah, that's really it for real.
Awesome. Yeah, you want to be a force to be reckoned with, someone that the offensive coordinators are going to be having nightmares about, when they're game planning. Just got a couple more for you here. You talked about how you're kind of waiting to see what happens with your senior season. Might happen in February, might not. We really don't know. So what's kind of next for you with football? Are you planning to sign early, potentially enroll early, maybe having some of those conversations with the staff?
I was going to, and then looking back, I'm gonna go across the whole country, so I might as well stay in North Carolina for a little bit longer. So I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna live out my senior year. I'm gonna play basketball, football, and baseball. So I'm gonna be I'm gonna be busy over here. And then when I get to Oregon, then I'm gonna leave for Oregon. We leave school in July or June. So I'm gonna try and leave and get to Oregon as soon as I can.
All right, wow, three sports. That'll be quite the workload, but I totally understand where you're coming from. You only get high school once, so you want to make the most of it. Some recent news that happened right before we hopped on this call is the Ducks landed Dante Thornton, as I'm sure you saw, or maybe you knew it was coming. With you guys talking to each other, all the commits. What's kind of your reaction to landing a big time guy like that?
This is what we needed. I already knew Tay was gonna come. Well, I knew it for a while. It actually surprised me that I committed. I thought he was already committed. But it's just another we're gonna use, and he's gonna be excellent when he comes to Oregon. He's gonna be working because he already does. So Oregon just gonna help put Oregon on the map even more. It is.
I like the sounds of that. Helping put Oregon on the map. So you said you knew for a while. Obviously talking to the 2021 commits. Tell me about what it's been like to kind of forge a relationship with the rest of your class, get close to those guys, maybe some of the people you're closest with there.
It's real cool. All of them, they're my brothers basically. They all cool. We all basically live the same life. Like we just have fun, but we put the work in first. And we all gonna be great. I can see it in everybody's eyes. We all want it. We all want to be the best and get this chip.
Sounds like the right kind of energy you want to have around a class. Just wanted to keep that positive momentum going. We've seen a lot of these major conferences kick off football with their seasons. Some games getting pushed back, some of them getting canceled. The coaches testing positive. As a big time recruit, someone who's going to be playing on Saturdays, how do you kind of process all this stuff, and how do you react to how kind of the season's gone so far?
Uh, it's I just see it all. It's crazy. It's the whole 2020. This whole pandemic. Everything is insane right now. But I'm not really too. I'm worried, but I'm not too worried because I'm gonna be there 21. hopefully this pandemic is under wraps. But I'm really speechless about this entire year.
Yeah, it's certainly been one for the books. Well, not for the books actually, because it hasn't been that great. But we'll certainly remember it and how crazy it was. Jabril, I like two more real quick ones, and then I'll let you out of here. What's maybe one thing, football or otherwise, that people don't know about you?
One thing, I love giving back. When I get to Oregon, I start getting a name, a platform. You know, I want to help out children specifically a lot because kids, they really can't control the situations or like what's happening in their lives. So me getting a platform, it just putting a smile on the kid's face, that help them out. That'll get them through the whole day at least. I just want to help kids a lot.
Yeah, that's awesome. You talked about, making kind of making a brand, making your platform. I was talking to Micah Pittman last week about his YouTube channel and how he's kind of been doing this whole day in the life. And he said he's really just trying to do it to inspire kids because he didn't have someone, a football player that was kind of walking him through like that. So I'm sure you'll have a bunch of opportunities here in Eugene to do that and give back because the team's so involved in the community. The last one I want to end on it here with Jabril. Do you have any kind of a message that you want to share with the Oregon fan base now that you're finally locked in and they're excited for you to get here?
Be ready. I'm leaving my mark at Oregon. I guarantee it's gonna be a good one. Y'all gonna get everything out of me. I promise you that.
Awesome. Well, Jabril, super excited for you to get here. Who knows? Maybe I'll get to meet you in person sometime. That'd be awesome. Can't thank you enough for your time. You stay safe out there, man, and ball out in those last seasons that you got coming up in the spring.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
All right, folks, that'll do it for another video here on the Scoop Duck YouTube channel. A big thanks to Jabril for giving me some time to learn about his journey to Oregon. And obviously you can see why the Oregon staff is so excited to get him here on campus playing for the Ducks. Outside of this video, I have a lot of other similar content talking to Oregon football recruits, commits, even some baseball recruits as well. So you don't want to miss anything that I post here. Consider hitting the subscribe button. And outside of just this channel, you can find my work posted on the scoopduck.com website. Consider heading over there rather, and maybe subscribing as well. You don't want to miss any of the Oregon football action with football fall camp back in full swing here in Eugene. I have my Twitter here on the screen. Consider following me so you guys stay in the loop with all things Oregon football. With all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.